conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red light, I could run through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red, conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red light, I could run through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red,
matter when I'm 70. Your drip is just a water spring. You know I drip different, just the 7 C's. I deal with life different, make that lemon squeeze. When I put my style and identity, better bounce back and get the cheddar cheese. I guess that's why they envy me. On track, now we going way up. W's as easy as a layup. Fucking late, stay up, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Way up, pray up. On track, now we going way up. Going way up. Now we going way up. Now we going. On track, now we going way up. Going way up. Now we going way up. Now we going. I got his band like I'm Barry Bonds. Running through the money, but the money's long. I don't love it, but I need it, keep it coming on. Only friendly, me and friends, we don't get along. I put that on my name, that I put them on. I put myself on stage as they sing along. I might book a session, do 100 songs. I'ma let you hear them just to prove you wrong. On track, now we going way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Way up, pray up. On track, now we going way up. Going way up. Now we going way up. Now we going. On track, now we going way up. Going way up. Now we going way up. Now we going.
Pussy by association. Pussy by association. Pussy by association. Now you look at deputy man in my brown.
Put my problems in the paper, put my problems paper, die and look the deputy mad at my brown problems in the paper, put my problems paper, die and look the deputy mad at my brown problems in the paper, put my problems paper, die and look the deputy mad at my brown problems in the paper, put my problems paper, die and look the deputy mad at my brown problems in the paper, put my problems paper, die and look the deputy mad at my brown problems in the paper, put my problems paper, die and look the deputy mad at my brown problems in the paper, put my problems paper, die and look the deputy mad at my brown problems in the paper, put my problems paper, die and look the deputy mad at my brown.
time. A generation of my time. There is nothing we can do. Stop this plague from breaking through. Don't go around and waste my time. A generation of my kind.
There's something in the air.
There's something in the air. There's something in the air.
Hello. Test. Okay, sorry, my mic was being strange, but it's all sorted now. A little bit loud, let me know. So yeah, in case you missed it, the results of the last game, the green team in that one, the respawn was pretty even, but the reds didn't hold as many targets as the greens. I think the most I saw them give probably about 12 at one point, but the majority of the time they had less than 10, so that wasn't looking good. At one stage they had 0 as well, whereas the green team had all 20 and they held all 20 for a good 30 seconds, so obviously won the game there. But yeah, we should be back with another round of 2 shooter flip. Hopefully the Reds let's pull it back. So far, 1, 2, 3. Bear with us a couple minutes. Well, Dan just informed me that 30 seconds out here, players are literally last couple of in. So here we go, another round of 2 shooter flip here. Let's see how this one goes. Sorry about my microphone going dead there. I'm not quite sure what happened, but I solved it now. Back, can you be able to hear me again? Here we go, got game on. Bit of our back. Go. of a round or 2 shooter flip. If you weren't here for the first game, I'll explain the rules to you. So the main goal is to capture and hold as many targets of your colour as you can. The way to do that is shoot the target until it turns your colour. So in front of Dan, the red target, red team would stop that and turn red. They want to hold many of those targets in their colour for as long as they can. The team to hold those in their colour for a long period of time into the game. The respawn counters, you see the players clicking a little button in each spawn. There's a green player there just pressing the button now. They will be a big factor in it as well. So the more players respawn, more points get taken at the end of the game. Can't just run and gun, die loads. Not going to be good for your team. Last time the Reds did pretty terrible, to be honest. They held like 8 targets. I think there was hardly any. At one point, the green team had all 20 targets in the arena, and they had none. They were just sitting there, nothing. I'm not sure what they were doing, but I'll try and get them out of their spawn. And said that they were camping. Stop there, so that's not ideal. It looks like the Reds are doing pretty well this so far. They've held most of the targets. As I said, it came, but they did have majority that entire 2 minutes there. Only by a couple, but the Greens do some pulling back. Hope you don't completely dominate them again.
I know my destiny.
Looks like one of the green players got shot in the fingers there. Didn't seem too happy in the spawn. Again, still a lot of players not wearing gloves, so I'm not sure what that's all about. The thing I always make sure I've got is a pair of gloves, especially for CQB. I think the red team seem to be doing what they're doing last game and not really leaving the spawn. Obviously that's not going to be getting them targets, and it's going to allow the greens to just grab as many as they can there. So the idea is to leave your spawn, really. There's not any targets in your spawn. Only kind of left the spawn, still there on the spawn camera, not really any targets in that area, so it's not very useful for their team to just be sort of sitting around that area of the arena there. Camping doesn't work at all in this new layout. You really can't do it. There's not enough. Well, there's more ways you can get shot from than there is that you can shoot. So sitting in one spot is not going to work for you. You're just going to get done eventually. I have a feeling camping is a couple of these players' play styles tonight. one of the red players there spent a lot of time in the spawn, not much actually out of the spawn. I believe the green teams are holding all of the targets pretty much again. They've got 17 out of 20. Pretty good considering they're actually down a player as well. So one of the players got a bit too hot, so they're just sitting out for a game, I think. But yeah, they seem to be doing pretty well. I think it's all down to a couple of the red players not leaving their spawns. So we're just coming up to 2 minutes left on this game. Pretty certain the Greens have got this one again, even though there's less of them, so I don't know what to say about that, to be honest. So we're just under 1 minute left, nearing the 30-second mark. Again, still pretty certain the Greens have got this. The Reds have started to take a few targets back, but I don't think it's enough. The Greens had majority of the targets again for a very long period there, so I have a feeling that they've won again, which will be 4 games in a row. Even though there's only 2 of them as well now, so not really sure what the Reds are playing at, to be honest. Last 10 seconds of the game. Oh, more like 5 now. And there we go, yep, the Greens have won again. The Reds did a bit better than they did last game, only by tiny bit though, not much. I think the Reds need to step it up a little bit. So yet again, the respawns were pretty even, but the just the points, the greens just had it. They held most of those targets for such a long time, and just beat the reds to it. Unfortunate for them, but hopefully they pick it up in the next game. We'll be back shortly. Just have a nice look at our new adverts that we've added on. Lots of new stuff coming into the shop and already into the shop as well. So come down, check our shop out, or check our website out if we're not local to you. Or why not take a trip? Come down, book into the Kill House. If you do want to book into the Kill House, you go to what is it? It's simply. Let me find it for you guys. I'll put it in the chat in a second. So it is 308 sniper. 308 sniper. 308 sniper dot simply book dot it, and you should be able to book yourself in there. But yeah, if you fancy a visit, come see what we've got. We've got loads of new stock in, got loads of new stock also on the way, so we'll have even more soon. But it's going pretty quick. People have been desperate for loads of things. There's been a bit of a shortage on certain items, so they're all disappearing pretty quick. So come in while we've got loads of stuff to look at. Yeah, but we'll try to keep on top of it now. There's plenty of stock around for everyone. We'll be back soon with another game as well. So just have a little break, and we'll see how it goes. So the next game the players will be playing is an attack and defend. It is one of my favourite games, if not my favourite, that we play upstairs so far. The idea is to capture all of the targets in the fastest time. So the team that do it the fastest are obviously the winners. It's basically all the targets are lit when the game starts. They have to run around, find all 20 targets, take them out, while the other team has to defend those targets. So we've got the red team are attacking first, so they'll have unlimited respawns, whereas the green team, they'll be defending first and they will have 3 lives each. So this one it can be over very quickly. I think the fastest time we've had on stream so far was 55 seconds. We need to get some sort of leaderboard set up for that so we can remember, but that's the fastest on stream time we've had. We have had a faster time apparently, but I didn't see it. We'll have to wait and see if we can find the footage of that one. But yeah, players are just getting into place now, so hopefully less than a minute till the start of the game. Players are just getting into place. I've got to press the button there. I started talking. So yeah, they're just all getting into place now. Dan's just doing the last couple checks with them. So let's switch over to those cameras so you can see. There they are. So it was the reds are attacking first. So that is the bottom left. Yes, that is the bottom left team there. And then the greens will be defending first. So the greens have got 3 lives each. So that's a total of 9 lives on their team. Whereas the reds will have unlimited lives. Basically, they have until they take all the targets to get this, or take out all the players, then take all the targets. So it can go on for a 10-minute at most sort of period, or it can be quicker. Depends how quick they are. Dan just informed me the game's just about to start in 10 seconds, so we'll see what happens. It's not been good for the reds so far. The greens have been stomping, so we'll see if the reds can do this pretty quick. I don't know what to say, to be honest, but we'll see how they do. Dan is just starting the game now, so here we go. So not a very fast start. 5 targets taken. Okay, that's pretty good, pretty good. Almost 10 targets done in the first 10 seconds there. Let's put a camera on Dan here. He's with the defenders. So over half the arena done in the first 20 seconds. It's pretty good, pretty impressive. They've still got 8 targets left to get. The last 6 are usually the hardest ones to get because they're quite far over the other side of the arena. So there's 2 that they've missed, it seems. There's one of them. They've just got one of the hardest targets by accident there, I think. 7 targets left to get. They're definitely not going to be the fastest time because it's 55 seconds and they're coming up to that right now, 2 seconds off. So yeah, definitely not a 55-second run. So just as a reminder, the greens do have 3 lives each. I don't think they've respawned yet. Oh, there we go, there's one. Four more targets to get. They suddenly got some without me noticing there. So it's still a pretty... 3 left. Still a pretty like respectable time. This is a 10-minute game, so anywhere I would say in the first 2 minutes is pretty crazy fast. They're just coming up to 2 minutes. They're like 15 seconds away. They do only have 3 targets left to get. One of the green players is out of lives there. So there's only 2 green defenders left with 3 targets. You can see the light there on the bottom right camera. You can see that sort of like the red reflection. That's where a target is. See it there on Dan's cam. Very close to their spawn. So another green player down. There's only 1 green left. I do believe that was his first respawn though. He's just realising he is the only defender left. Still got 3 targets. I think they might have missed one somewhere. I've only got 1 target left now. Green player is running around like a crazy man. He's not actually defending his target though, which is not his best move. I would be sitting on that. He's doing very well at defending it though on his own. So maybe I'll eat my words. Coming up to, we've just gone over 3 minutes now, so still pretty quick. Sub 5 minutes, still a fast run. Oh, I think that might have been him done. Yes, it is. Yeah, so that's all the green players dead, and there we go. So that was a pretty fast, not crazy fast, more on the slower side, but 3 minutes 24. Let me write that in the chat. So the red attack. Red attack was 3 minutes 24. I'll leave the cameras on as well, because it's going to be a fast changeover. So let's see what the greens do. They're just resetting now. See, they're all sort of switching sides and stuff, I think. And Dan's just getting ready to reset the game. So that was a pretty fast one. We'll see how fast the greens do it. I've got high hopes for the greens considering they've won every game, but I might eat my words, so we'll see on that one. So they're all, you're just tuning in, this is an attack and defend game. The goal is to capture all the targets in the arena the fastest time. So far the Reds have done it in 3 minutes and 24 seconds. We're going to see if the Greens can beat them. So the Reds each have 3 lives each. And here we go. Oh, that started quick. Let me turn Dan's eyes back on for you so you can see what Dan can see. So there's a red respawn already. So the Reds have got, they are the defending team, they've got 3 lives each. So eventually they will run out of lives if they're not careful. They've already got 16 targets. Jesus, where did that happen? That was in the first 30 seconds. That was very fast. If they can get these 4 more in this next like 20 odd seconds, they're going to have the fastest time. Have 3 more to get. Oh, come on. 1 red player already down, 3 lives. Very fast. 2 left. Oh, come on, they can do it in 5 seconds, can't they? I can see one of them. I reckon the other one's in a corner. Nah, oh, they haven't done it. I think it's safe to say that the Greens are going to win this one, though. Unless they can't get these 2 targets for 3 minutes, then, or for 2.5 minutes. They can't do that, but they've only got 1 left to get now. It's happening quicker than I can say. 1 target left. They've got 1 target left then. Just letting Dan know. So I really don't know where this target is. I have a feeling it's one of the corners. I haven't seen them mooching about in the corners yet. They've only got 1 more defender left. Oh, it doesn't look like they have any more. There we go, they got it. It's 2 minutes and 4 seconds. So the Greens did win. So that was 2 minutes 4 seconds. So that was pretty quick. Not as quick as we have had it in the past, but still very quick. Respectable times for both. The Greens were a bit faster though, so well done to the Greens again. It's every game so far the Greens have won this evening. We'll see how they do in the next one. Hopefully the Reds have a bit of a comeback. We'll have to wait and see. Bear with us a couple minutes till the next game. I'll let you know as soon as I know what we're playing next. And enjoy our lovely new adverts with all the new stock that we've got in. So the players are just having a bit of a break. Got a bit hot and sweaty after that one, so bear with us about 5 minutes. We should be back with another game. I will check with Dan what we're playing, but I think it'll be a domination. Once I've confirmed that, I'll explain the rules of that game to you guys. But if you're just joining us, we're just having a short break. Bear with us about 5 minutes. We should be back. Players are just having a bit of a chance to have some fresh air. So yeah, just to confirm, Dan has just confirmed that we are playing Team Domination for the next game. The idea is to take out as many targets as you can that are your colour. So randomly in the arena, targets will change to different colours. They'll be red or green. The idea is to hunt and shoot your colour targets. So if there's a green target and you're on the green team, you want to shoot that target. They're all sort of random intervals, so there can be like up to 20 targets active at one time, or there can only be 2 targets active at one time, but it's basically mirrored. So there'll be like one red, 1 green if there were 2 targets active, or 10 green, 10 red if there was 20 targets active. So both teams have got a chance to get the points. The scoreboard's a bit crazy in this one. You have to kind of just wait till the end to see what the score is. I'm sure there's some sort of way it makes sense, but it confuses me. But you can kind of tell who's winning by looking at majority of the lights that you can see. So if you can see more lights of one colour, from my experience, it seems that team is losing. You want to turn the targets off effectively. So the less targets you're seeing of your team's colour, the more you're going to be scoring points. So yeah, just bear with us a couple minutes. Some of the players are still not quite ready for this next one, but we'll be back soon. So the players are just entering the arena now. So just as a quick reminder, we're playing team domination for this game. The aim of the game is to find your colour targets and take them out. The more targets of your colour you shoot, the more points you score for your team. So the goal is to basically make sure you don't have loads of your colour targets up at one time. You want to keep taking them out as much as you can. The team to do that the most, obviously, is the winners. The respawns will count in this game as well, so the more your team respawns, the more points will be taken off at the end of the game. So try not to die so much. But here we go. There, Dan's just about to start the game. All the players seem to be ready. Here we go. Here's the eyes of Dan. The way I keep track on this game to kind of get an idea of who seems to be winning is try and look out for the colours that you can see. If you can see more green than you can red, then try and assume that the green probably aren't doing so well. The less of one team's colour you see, the usually it means they're doing better in this one. Looks like one player took a nasty shot there. It's just having a bit of a slower respawn. And he's recovered. A little bit hobbling away. That was one of the red players there. What do you guys think of our arena anyway? This is our new layout. It's very different to how we used to have it if you played in our last layout. It's very tight now. There's lots and lots of barricades. Lots of movement is required as well. We will sort of change things up again in the future. So let us know what you think if you have played here, or if you're going to be playing here. Let us know what you think, and we'll look at changing a few bits. We're always looking for feedback. Not quite sure what that green player is carrying around with him there. I think it's a sheep. And he seems to be... yeah, it's an inflatable sheep. Oh, it's Kai. Yeah, that's the sheep. I actually got that for Kai's birthday. It seems like it's deflated now. So it might have seen some use. There's a bit of a distraction grenade going off there, that horrible noise. There's a lot of red targets up, so that tells me the reds probably aren't doing so well. Given the history of the red team so far, I would not be surprised. They haven't been doing very well this evening. Even though they had more players at one point, they were still losing. I am going to just lay into the red team for the rest of the night. They need to do better. They might be having fun though, so it's all about fun. I don't really care about competitiveness at the end of the day. Doesn't mean I'm not going to take the piss though. Still seeing a lot of reds, although on Dan's camera there you can see quite a few greens, so maybe it's pretty even. Not too sure. So still seeing more red targets than I am green. There's a few green I can see, but I think the reds might not be doing so well again. The respawns have been fairly even, so player versus player, they're pretty even. They're pretty even matches for that in that respect of shooting each other. But actually doing objectives, the green team are far superior. They've been holding a lot more targets in the previous games and things like that. Like they held with both games of two-shooter flip there, they held majority of the targets. I think at one point they held all 20 targets, and then in the game after they held 18 for a very long time. So obviously the more dominant team there. I might eat my words in this game though. It's very hard to tell who's winning. I hope the Reds do better, but yeah, they haven't been doing too well, so we'll have to see. Still only seeing red targets. The greens are definitely on. There's a few greens over there, but again, majority red. The greens just taking out all of their colours, actually playing the objective properly. I think the respawns are pretty even. I think that was a grenade just went off there. Certainly heard it from down here in the office, but I don't know if the cameras picked it up. Hopefully they did. If you are just joining us, we are playing Team Domination. I see the view count just went up a little bit there. So welcome to the stream. This is Team Domination. The aim of this game is to shoot the targets. You'll see like the coloured lights. If they are your colour, you want to take them out as much as you can. The team to take out as many of their colour targets wins basically. So just take out more of your team's targets and you win. We've got a red and a green. We also have respawns too. So you'll see that green player there with the inflatable sheep in his hand. Just press that white button. He's looking a bit tired there. That basically counts the spawns. It also affects the end of the game score. So I think you press that button twice. Unless he got shot again. He might have done. They all pressed it twice. It looks like the greens are winning so far. It's really hard to tell on this one. You kind of just have to judge from what sort of colour targets you can see. I can see more red than I can see green. So usually that means that the greens are winning, but it's really hard to tell. Oh, the camera's just flipped upside down there, not quite sure why I did that, but sorted now. We've got less than a minute left, coming up to the 30-second mark. I have a feeling the green's going to win this one, but the Reds might surprise me. The Reds haven't been doing very well this evening. They've lost every single game so far. Respawn wise, they're pretty evenly matched, but here we go, the last 10 seconds. Will I eat my words? Will the red team actually win a game? Let's see. Oh my god, they did. I eat my words. Well done to the red team. Finally winning a game today. Okay, it just took the confusing game for them to win. We'll see what the respawns are like. So it seems like the red team actually took out a lot more targets than the greens did in that one. Their respawns were actually quite different. I think the Reds respawned like 46 times or something like that. Quite a few times more than the Greens did there. But the Greens obviously just weren't shooting enough targets. It looked like the Greens were winning all the way through in my eyes, but it's really hard to tell on that one. But it's nice to see that the Reds actually won a game. So well done to the Reds. Maybe the Greens let you have that one, but we'll see. See you in the next one. We'll be back for another round in about 5 minutes time, hopefully a little less than that, but we'll see how quick the players get back in there. So while you wait, have a look at these lovely adverts. We've got lots of new stock in the shop, lots of new stock online, lots of new stuff coming in soon as well, so keep an eye on our shop and keep an eye on our social medias and you'll see what's coming in. A couple of players are going to be sitting out of this next game. We will be back shortly, just with the same round, so that'll be a team domination again. Bear with us a couple minutes and we'll be back. not too long now. Most of the players are back in the safe zone. Just waiting on a couple to finish loading up and stuff, I think. So a couple more minutes, we should be ready to go. just a couple minutes out from this game. We will be doing another round of team domination. Just getting a couple bits just ready just before the game. So bear with us a couple more minutes and we'll have players in the arena playing. So players are just getting into place now. Bear with us a second and we'll get them sorted. Switch the cameras over for you guys as well so you can see there. So this game is team domination. If you didn't see the last game, this game is all about shooting your coloured targets. So if you're on the green team, you want to shoot the green targets. On the red team, you want to shoot the red targets. The more targets your team takes out, the more points you're going to get, and obviously the team that takes out the most targets is the winner. The targets will move around randomly as well, so it's like a random interval kind of thing. There can be 2 targets active at one time, that's 1 green, 1 red, or there could be 20 targets active at one time, that's 10 red, 10 green, but it's always going to be an even amount. So it's a difficult one, this one. It's really hard to tell who's winning what during the game as well, but I usually go by what I can see. Usually if you see more green targets up or more red targets up, it means that team's losing. But here we go, the game's just about to start. The respawns also are sort of a big factor in this game too. So here we go, let's just unmute that. The more your team respawns, the more points will be taken away at the end of the game from your team. So you don't want to respawn a crazy amount, otherwise your team's going to be losing a lot of points. Here got, what's that, is that a blue team? That's a red player there in the bottom left. So the bottom right camera is the green spawn, the bottom left is the red spawn. The red players are in fact wearing blue armbands as well. They ignore that, pretend they're red. The blue players basically will be shooting the red targets, so that's why I'm just calling them the red team. The reds seem to be doing pretty well, I think. There's lots of red targets going down. But again, this is hard to tell this game. I was completely wrong with my prediction on the last one. I thought the Greens were going to win, and they didn't. And it was the first one the Greens have actually lost this evening, was the last round. So Well done to the Reds. The respawns were pretty far off as well, but it was the opposite way. So the Greens actually respawned a lot less than the Reds did, but the Reds must have just taken a lot more targets than the Greens did. And what a lot of the players tend to do is seem to think holding the targets of their colour is beneficial because it's similar to a different game, but that is not the case. Oop, grenade. Another grenade. There are lots of grenades this round. Really uncertain on who's taking out more targets at the moment. Very hard to tell. A green player there in the centre of the arena taking out quite a few targets. Oh, and he just got taken out by a grenade as well. A very well done grenade there. I think the Reds are doing alright. I see lots of Reds targets changing colour, but I was wrong the last game. The Greens have been doing okay. I've seen a few green players taking out targets, but I've personally seen more red than green. But we'll see. Could be completely wrong. We're just at the halfway mark as well, so just under 5 minutes left. Sort of tamed down a bit. Oh, another grenade. I think the player just got shot as he threw it though, which sucks. He did take someone out though. So that was a good grenade. So one of the red players there still favouring his spawn. Don't see him leaving the spawn very often. don't like to point fingers, but I don't think that's helping his team very much. I believe a guy in front of Dan there, he got shot in the helmet and it ricocheted off his helmet and hit the target there, so that's pretty cool. Pretty impressive shot. Unless the target just timed out, but that was pretty cool. Really not sure on who's winning this game. Very hard to tell. I think only the timer will tell me at the end. See what the computer says. It looks like the Reds had a good start visually, but not too sure score-wise what's going on. Certainly seems that the Reds have been respawning less than the Greens, I think, but we will see. So just coming up to the last 30 seconds now. See who wins. Kind of hoping the Reds do. It was nice to see that they made a bit of a comeback in that last game, considering they've been stomped all evening, but we will see in about 15 seconds time. And there's game over. And yes, the Reds win again. So it's 2 in a row for the Reds. Doesn't compare to the Greens 4 in a row or whatever it was. That was I think it might have been 6 in a row, to be honest. But yeah. So the respawns were pretty good, to be fair. The Greens did respawn a little bit more. They had 25 respawns and the Reds had 22, but the Reds did win on the end there. Maybe those respawns just about changed the score, but we'll see. It was a pretty good game. We'll see what they want to do next. So bear with us a couple minutes and we'll be back with another game, that is. So just a quick recap of tonight's games. The Greens started off stomping, the Reds weren't doing too well, and then suddenly these last 2 games the Reds have made a huge comeback. They won both rounds of team domination, which is a really difficult game as well. It's very hard to sort of gauge what's going on in that game. But yeah, it seems that they've made a bit of a comeback. Let's see if they stick to it. We'll see what they're playing next. Should have time for a couple more games, hopefully 2 or 3. We'll see how quick they are. They're a bit hot. It's very warm today, and it hasn't disappeared with the evening either. It's still quite hot, so we'll see how they do. If you're just joining us, we're just on a quick break. Players will be back soon. They're just having a bit of fresh air and a bit of a breather to cool down after those 2 rounds. We'll be back in a few minutes time, and hopefully they'll be back in for a cool game. So bear with us and we'll see what we're going to play. So the players will be back in for another round of team domination. They like that one so much they want to do it again. We will see how this one goes. They're just getting ready. Literally a couple of them are just about to enter the arena now. So about a minute off. So yeah, just a minute off this first game. This round of team domination. Okay, so let's get these players in their spawns and stuff. Let's just change the camera over for you. Okay, so Dan is just about to start the game. We are doing another team domination, so if you saw the last game, it's the same game that we just played. If you didn't see the last game, this game is team domination. You need to, in this game, the players will need to find their targets, so their own colour targets, take them out as much as they can. So the more targets that they shoot of their own colour, the more points they'll get for their team. Respawning is a huge factor in this as well. And here we go, Dan's just started the game. He's currently in the safe zone. Wait a second, there we go. So respawning is a huge factor in this game as well. So if you respawn loads, it will take loads of points away from your team at the end of the game. So try not to get shot so much while you're also playing the objective. It's very confusing on who's winning and who's losing in this game while it's running. It's hard to tell. It's very difficult. The way I kind of usually gauge it is by looking at what colours you see more of. That usually means that team's not doing particularly well, but it's not always the case. So it wasn't the case a couple rounds ago when I thought the greens were winning and the reds were winning. And they did win, but yeah, so far the reds have won both rounds of this. We'll see if the greens can take it back and win. If not, well, they're rubbish, aren't they? It looks like the greens are doing better this round. They are hardly having any respawns. I think they've had a little bit of a team change up though, so we'll see what goes on. I think that's the reasoning of this third round of team domination. I think they wanted to switch the teams up a little bit, see how it goes. So we'll see how they do there. I think Dad thinks he spotted something on the floor there, but I don't know what it was. Something really cool about our arena is that it is mirrored, well, it's asymmetrical. So each side is exactly the same, apart from they're the opposite way around. So they're asymmetrical mirrored basically. It means that there's no advantage to being on one side, which is nice. Because the whole reason why we did it that way is so that nobody can whinge that one side's better than the other. Makes it more fun for those that really want to take it competitively. It just makes the arena much more aggressive as well. When I say that. It incites a lot more movement than it used to in the old layout. The old layout had certain zones where you could just sort of hold and camp it for a little while, and we don't like camping, so got rid of all of the ability to camp. If you do camp in this by not leaving the spawn, you're just going to lose, which is evident on today's games. A couple players haven't been leaving their spawn a lot, so that has really impacted their team quite drastically. If you haven't seen our little respawn buttons as well, you'll notice those two little white lights in the spawns on those bottom two cameras, the right and the left there. I think that player is about to press the button now. There you go, he just pressed it, the other one did as well. Those are little spawn counters, so every time the player dies they'll press that button. It will like add a tally to the amount of times that their team has respawned. That will either be the sole purpose of the game for playing team deathmatch, or it will add up and you'll have a mass amount of points taken away from your team for the amount of times that you've respawned. So just have to bear in mind when playing, you really do need to play the objective but without getting shot loads, because it will negatively affect your team. And in some cases it really can win the game. Even if you've been holding the objective but you've been dying loads, you might not necessarily win. Just coming up to 2 minutes now on this game. It's really hard to tell who's winning and who's losing as well. I think the greens are doing a lot better than they have been doing in this one, but we will see. Just coming up to the last minute of the game here. Really still unsure on who's winning. I think the greens are doing better. If they're not winning, they're definitely doing better than they did in the last 2 rounds. Or players took a nasty shot there in the green spawn. Last 10 seconds of the game here. We'll see who's won the 3rd round of team domination. I think Marshall just got shot in the back there, which is nice. Here we go. And the Reds win it again. I'm very confused. It's really hard to tell. But the Reds seem to have suddenly turned around and started winning all games. So that's pretty good. Well done to the Reds. Oh, hi, how are you doing, Jackpot? You've just come to the end of a game here, unfortunately, so joined at the wrong time. We will be back soon with another game. Just bear with us about, hopefully just 5 minutes, we'll be back with another game. How do you like our new layout, Jackpot? I don't think you've seen our new arena. Yeah, we had a massive rebuild. It took us a while. I think we were closed for about 4 months while we rebuilt the whole thing. But now it's completely new. We've done a super sort of symmetrical layout as well, so it's asymmetrical. So both sides are the exact same, which is really cool. It's just kind of mirrored, but the opposite way around. We've got loads of targets there, also like in the opposite places as well. So it's a really cool layout. It's very competitive, or it can be very competitive, and it sort of doesn't reward camping, which is nice, which we hate. Doesn't work in CQB. You need to keep moving, so sort of erased that element from our arena, which is cool. It's now very, very dark in there when we have the lights off too, which is a bonus. We've kind of tried to up our production quality of our stream as well, which is cool. Spent quite a bit of time sorting it all out. We've got another couple cameras we're going to add in as well. We've got a really cool bird's eye view one we're trying to work on getting sorted, which is like a 360 camera on a zip line, which will go across the top of the arena, which will be really cool. So we'll have that as well as the Marshall cam and another couple cameras in there maybe at some point. Just trying to work out the logistics of it all. Not too long now to our next game. I just need to find out from our Marshal what we're going to be playing next. So bear with us a couple more minutes and we'll be back. I have a feeling this will be our last game. We might get 2 in. It depends how quick the players are at getting ready. They are very, very hot and sweaty as well, so we might not get them moving so fast. Okay, so it looks like they're going to do the same game. Can't speak. The same game mode again, which is team domination. In team domination, you need to... Oh, 1 second, sorry, Marshall's just talking to me in my ear. Yeah, he just confirmed this will be the last match. But so in team domination, you need to find your colour targets for your team. So if you're on the red team, you want to find the red targets, and you want to take out as many as you can. The more targets you shoot, the more points you'll get for your team. So obviously your team takes out loads of your colour targets, so you want to keep doing that, you'll get loads of points. The respawns as well, we do have respawn counters in this game mode, so in the spawns you'll see a little white light. The players will press that every time they respawn. When they do that, it counts as like a tally, so it basically counts the amount of times that the team respawns. So that all equates to point loss at the end of the round. So the more a team respawns, the more points they'll lose at the end of the game, which can completely change the outcome of a game, regardless of the actual objective time and everything. So that's something to look out for. You'll see try and keep an eye out on which team's respawning more, and that usually tells if they're respawning a lot more, it means that they're not going to be winning. Depends on the game mode though, so we shall see who's going to be the winner of this one. So far the Greens have won most of the games, but the Reds have been winning. They've won 3 in a row now, so that's pretty good. They made a comeback after losing, I think it was like 5 or 6 in a row. So hopefully, if they win this one, I'm gonna say that it's been a fairly even night. The Reds, that is. One or two players just left to get their stuff together. Should be less than a minute till this game starts, so we'll see. It looks like most of our players have given up for the night as well. So this is the last 3 players, I think it is. So it's going to be one team's going to be fairly uneven, but they're still just all looking to have fun. I don't think they're particularly competitive this evening. I think they're all just having a bit of fun. So I'll get the camera switched over now so you can see what's going on. So there they are. There's 2 reds, which are the guys in the blue armbands, just to confuse you, and there's 1 green for this game. I'm surprised these guys have all sort of stuck it out. It's very hot this evening. I wouldn't want to be running around with all that gear on. I'd definitely be running a lot lighter. So they've all got quite a bit of equipment on. Here we go. Bit of a slow start. Turn Dan's eyes on so you can see what's happening. So it seems like the players are more focused on shooting each other this round than actually shooting the targets. I think that's probably more of what this round was going to be. It's just a sort of a little fun end of the day kind of thing. I let out that last little bit of aggression. So it still seems like there are targets being shot, but it seems like people are getting shot more than the targets are in this game mode. So we'll see what the scores are like. I don't think it particularly matters at this point. All the players are just looking to have a bit of fun, it seems, at the end of the night, which is good. What we want. We're all about fun. It's fun to be competitive sometimes, but you know, it's always good to just have a bit of a laugh. Okay, you can see that red player there, and the top left camera hiding in the centre. He's just waiting for the green player to come around the corner so he can plink him. And the green player knows he's waiting for him, so he's creeping around slowly. Oh, they're very close to each other. Oh, and he grenaded him. Very sneaky. And he quickly went and grabbed his grenade and threw it again. We're just over the halfway mark of this game. Just a reminder as well, this is our last game of the evening. Not too sure on what the score is going to be, but like I said earlier, I don't think the players are too fussed on this one. They're just more focused on taking each other out, I think. They might as well have just played a team deathmatch, to be honest. There's a little bit of a knife fight in the middle of the arena. So it seems they've realised, seem to have remembered what the game mode they're playing is, started shooting the targets now. I think it's a bit too late, to be honest, but at least they're having fun. Only 2 minutes left to this game, well, less than 2 minutes now. We're coming up to the 1 minute mark. Really not certain on who's winning this game at all, considering half the game they didn't even shoot the targets, so it's going to be a bit of a strange one. I don't think it really matters who wins, but I'll tell you anyway. So far the Greens have won most games this evening. They won 5 or 6 I think in a row they won, and then suddenly the Reds did 3 in a row. The Reds come back at the end for some reason, out of nowhere, after getting stomped. Looks like a grenade just went off. Someone stood on it there, that was clever. Oh, here we go, the last 20 seconds. So it is another red win. Not that I think they're too fussed, but I'm sure the red team will probably rub it in the green player's face anyway. But that was the last one for the evening. Cool, so the respawns were pretty even as well, but yeah, that was the last one for the evening. Thanks for watching, thanks for interacting as well, guys. If you do fancy a game yourself in our arena, go to 308sniper .simplybook. Hang on, I'll put it in the chat for you guys. So it's 308sniper.simplybook.it. And there you go, that's it in the chat there for you guys if you want to book yourself in to come and play. If not, check out our social media, all the new stuff we've got coming in and have got in stock. We recently got loads of new stuff in. We've got loads of cool stuff on the way too, loads of big orders, loads of heavyweight BBs restocking as well. We've restocked most of them. I think we're just waiting on the super heavyweights, but we'll have them in shortly. Loads of new toys, loads of new mags, all sorts of things. So thanks for watching. We'll be back I think tomorrow. I'll have to check, but if not tomorrow, we're definitely